Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome as well. And as a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe, when you choose to hit that like button, when you choose to offer comments, and when you choose to share the information with friends, associates, and colleagues. And so with that said, if you've not yet done so, please subscribe. If you find the information beneficial, please hit that like button. And to learn more about me, to learn more about my company and how we can potentially help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here today, and it's selling tips for beginners that will get you started. Selling tips for beginners that will get you started. And I know when I first started, I could have used this video. Okay, when I first started, I wanted nothing to do with sales, and I got kind of recruited, kind of got talked into it, and long term it worked out. That first 30 days it was a little bit of a bumpy ride, but I want to offer you some selling tips for beginners that would get you started. So if you're brand new, listen up, take some good notes, listen to this over and over, or if you're in a position of training folks, use this video as a way to train. Use this as part of your weekly training sessions, okay? Because somebody has to start somewhere, okay? And we want to make sure we do it in the best way possible. So, selling tips for beginners that will get you started. So, number one, think about who you should be selling. Think about who you should be selling. Now, the simple answer to that, I want to kind of talk about this a little bit. Who you should be selling, it's really folks that are ready to make a change. I mean, if a person is not ready to make a change, there's not going to be a whole lot you're going to be able to do here. But if they're ready to make a change, that's really who you want to be talking to. And part of this, if you don't have a needs analysis in your gym, you want to get one, okay? And or even a salesperson cheat sheet. You can create your own little cheat sheet. I used to have one on a clipboard when I was first starting of all the questions I wanted to ask. Okay, what kind of goals do you have? Why are those goals important? How's that going to change your life if you're able to accomplish all that? Okay, finding out those emotional reasons they want to do things. How long have you been thinking about it? Okay, what else have you tried? Okay, and so I start to probe a little bit and get the customer to kind of tell me, and then you find out pretty quick that, are they really ready to make a change? And you'll find a lot of folks are, particularly if they're coming in or calling in, most of them are going to be there. And it's up to us to take that qualifying to that next level. Now, think about who you should be selling. One of the first places I would go to if you're brand new, go to your power base. Probably your power base is everybody who's in your phone. How many people are in your phone? Contact every single one of them. Make a phone call to them, an email to them, a text to them. They should all know what you're doing. Okay, and let them know that your company is making available a complimentary free week membership to come in here and show it off. Okay, and when they come in, we'll follow the process. But there are some thoughts on who you should be selling. Okay, go to that power base, and what we're looking to do is, folks that are ready to make a change. And sometimes they might need us to help them do that. Number two, don't be thinking about your goals. Be thinking about your customers' goals. What happens too often with a lot of new salespeople, a lot of beginning salespeople, they feel some pressure, feel some stress, or they're having to make money, via commission at some level, maybe not accustomed to it. Maybe they got a car payment coming up, they got rent coming up, and they're so focused on this, and I get it, okay, it can be tough sometimes. But where you want to keep your focus on the customer's goals. What kind of goals does a customer have? Why are those goals important to them? Show the customer how you can solve their problem. Show the customer how you can provide a solution. This is really what you want to do. Okay, this will make it so much easier for you. Don't go into it thinking you're trying to sell personal training or you're trying to sell a membership. What you're trying to do is help your customer accomplish their goals, help your customer solve their problems, and provide solutions for your customer. It'll change everything for you. Because I know, again, when I first started and really struggled, I'm thinking, I have to sell this membership. But does anybody really want that? Well, maybe not deep down. What they want is their problem solved. Help them solve it. Okay. Number 3, sell value, not features. One of the common mistakes that beginners make is we point out all the features. Here's our selectorized area, here's our free weights, here's our cardio area, here's our group X, here's our child care, these are our trainers, here's our hours. It's feature, 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 feature. And what we're going to do, what's the value of that? What's the benefit of that? How does that solve the customer's problem? That's where you want to stay focused. Okay. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a homework assignment, okay, just to help you with this a little bit. And if you're training folks, this is a great thing to give to your team, okay? Individually, take the time to do it. Make a list of all the features and list them all. List all the features in your facility. And then out to the right of that, list 3, 4, or 5 benefits of each one of them. Think all the features and then 3, 4, or 5 benefits of each feature. Because what you want to get in the habit of doing is talking about the benefits of this, not just the features. They don't care that you have a bike. They care that that bike can help me maybe get off medication if I use it 2 or 3 times a week. Okay, that's the direction you want to be going here. So sell value, not features, because at the end of the day, when value exceeds price, people will buy. Okay. Number 4, don't take rejection personally. Don't take rejection personally. A couple things I want to talk about on this. I mean, we can say that all day long, but we have to realize it, right? But don't take rejection personally. So here's the first thing I would recognize. Like I mentioned a moment ago, when value exceeds price, people will buy. And so when people aren't buying from you, basically what they're saying is, based on what you want to charge me for it, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, so what we need to do is refocus our efforts on solving problems and showing them how we can solve that problem. Now, I want to give you something else to think about when it comes to rejection. Okay, one of the things that I've found to be true over the years is that what rejection is, it's the realization that you have nothing else in the pipeline. Here's what I mean. My appointment book is empty. I've got one customer coming in today, and they tell me no, and I'm crushed. I take that personal. That's a tough thing to hear because I have nothing else coming in. What if your pipeline's full? What if you have people coming in continually throughout the day? It changes how you look at everything. Keep your pipeline full. It'll change how you handle the idea of rejection. Number 5. I hope this one goes without saying. I'm going to talk about a few different things on this one, but honesty is the best policy. Don't guess. If you don't know, find out. Okay, don't guess, and certainly don't say something that's not true. Honesty is the best policy. If you say something that's not true, you might lose the customer. You might not, but they're probably not going to bring you a referral. Okay, be honest. If you don't know, let them know. Hey, great question. Let me find out. Don't say, I don't know. Just say, hey, great question. Let me find out. Go find out the answer. Honesty is the best policy. Oh, yeah, you'll have no problem getting into class. Well, make sure that's true. Okay? Be honest. Now, a couple things on honesty. We're kind of talking about it with the customer there, right, from a selling standpoint. But one of the other things is be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay, one of the key things on this, and really being successful in selling, is accountability. Focus on what you can control. Be accountable for everything. Be responsible for everything. Don't find yourself, oh, it's the customer's fault. No, we're going to have to assume this ourselves, okay, if we're going to have long-term success with it. So just be honest. You know what? I didn't make it important enough to them. What can I do differently next time? Okay, so be honest, and a little bit different take on being honesty, but honesty is the best policy. Number 6, personalize everything. Personalize everything. Okay, when you give this tour, when you're talking to them on the phone, when you're following up, deliver value and make it about them. Okay. One of the best things you can do when you're giving this tour, if you have a needs analysis and you're writing this stuff down, great. If not, just grab a piece of paper and start writing it down. Take really good notes. And whether the person joins or doesn't join, make sure this information goes into your CRM, because for long-term follow-up, this is a great way to really personalize this instead of just always A, starting over, or B, just going straight to, hey, here's a membership special, here's a good deal. So, personalize everything. Number 7, get yourself a script. A script for a telephone inquiry, a script for an outbound call, a sales script, a price presentation. Get a script for all this. Now, let me tell you about a script. So many folks, I don't want to get a script. I don't want to sound like it's canned. Okay, here's what I want you to think about a script. Have you ever acted on stage? Have you ever sang on stage? I know in the field of acting, what do they tell the people on stage? Memorize your script. But here's why. You memorize your script so that you're free to be yourself. That's why they do it on stage. Memorize it so you can be yourself, so your personality can come through. I don't want you thinking about what you have to say. I want you to say it. Be yourself. Okay? Get yourself a script. Get yourself one that works. Okay? Number 8 on my list of selling tips for beginners that will get you started. Think of sales as a relationship builder. Whether the person, hopefully they join, but whether they join or not, it's the very front end of this relationship. You're going to stay in touch with these folks for a long, long time. And the word I like to use is you're going to nurture. And what I mean by nurture, you're going to help maintain interest and maintain desire. If they didn't buy, you're going to nurture to hopefully get them to eventually. If they did, you're going to help nurture them to keep them coming and getting the results that they're looking for. But this is just the first stage of building that relationship. You're going to be doing it for a long, long time. Don't make any of this one and done. I sign you up and that's it, I'll see you. Or I don't sign you up, that's it, and I'll see you. No, don't do that. Okay? This is a long-term process. Nurture your customers. Number 9. This one's huge for you as a beginner and really anybody. Okay? Become a good student. Become a student of sales, a student of your business, a student of your gym, a student of the industry, a student of people. Become a student. Get as much information as you can. And use this channel. We've got 1,300 videos, most of them how-to here on the channel. Use this channel as a great way to become a student. Go buy a book, read the book. I know when I very first got started, I knew nothing about sales, and then became a manager. I knew even less about that. I mean, every Friday night I'd go out and buy me a book, I'd read it, and I'd be implementing that stuff that Monday. Okay, become a student. Always be learning, and you want to impart this into your staff and help them always be learning. But become a student. And number 10, one of the biggest challenges the industry has: always follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. I can't begin to tell you how many clubs that we talk to, a lot of times they have plenty of leads, but no one's following up. Now, sometimes we don't know how. Okay, we need to get that script. We need to learn how to do it. You can use this channel, or again, check out the links below. Happy to chat with you about some ways to do this. But for you gym owners that are watching, and when it comes to follow-up, who are we following up with? Leads we've already bought, leads we already have. There's no additional cost here. And for clubs that are not following up well, which is many, and they start to, that can result in as much as a 20% improvement in sales. It's a significant number. And if you're brand new, if you're this new beginner just getting started, a lot of times, the old guard sales team, they'll kind of give you all their leads. You can almost guarantee they've not really been followed up like they should. If they have been, maybe they haven't had the right verbiage. But focus on solving problems for folks. Focus on nurturing, maintaining interest and desire. Start following up. Folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting, and that's selling tips for beginners that will get you started. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to hit that subscribe button, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. If you found the information beneficial, please hit that like button. And to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how I can help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And we'll look forward to seeing y'all in that next video.